Hi everyone, I'm so happy that you're here today. I'm going to do the Q&A that I mentioned in my November favorites. It was a sort of thank you and a celebration of hitting 1,000 subscribers. If you didn't know, in my November favorites, I asked all of you to tell me a fact about yourself and also ask me a question so that we can get to know each other better. I want to take a moment right now and say thank you to all of you who participated. Even if you didn't ask a question or give me a fact about yourself, just the fact that you commented and that you were present, that really means a lot to me. I don't know, I get a really good positive vibe from many of you guys, and let's just jump right into the Q&A. Okay. First question is from Heather. She asks, what do you do for a living that allows you to travel so often? Well, Heather, before I decided that I wanted to have this lifestyle of traveling, you know, this sort of nomadic lifestyle where I don't really live anywhere, I'm just traveling constantly, I was teaching piano and music. So I was teaching at a private elementary school, and I was also teaching at a private music school, pretty much full-time, just private piano lessons. And I've been doing that for like 9 years. Now, what allows me to travel so often is that, first of all, I saved a lot of money from this past year of working full-time. And second, I am teaching English online. I will leave a blog article that my friends from Journal of Nomads wrote, such a complete guide. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And my partner Gab, he's selling some web marketing services online. Okay, so the second question comes from Vuxui. Are you a student? If so, please make a video on how you manage your money. I'm a student and I know nothing about money. So first of all, no, I'm not a student anymore. I graduated from University of Ottawa. First of all, I was very, very blessed that my parents paid for my university, and also I was living at my parents'. Oh my gosh, there's so much noise. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my god. I think that even though I'm not a student now, I would have some good tips for you, because I do have to deal with managing my money as I'm traveling. Yeah, so I have to like think about where I'm gonna sleep, what I'm gonna eat, even activities, like what do I want to visit. Now, I don't know if you knew that, but I use a bullet journal, and I've been bullet journaling for more than a year, since October 2016. And I think I'll do a video about that. Tell me in the comments if you would like a video about bullet journaling, because that has pretty much changed my life. Yes, so I write every single day what I'm spending on. So I have two columns: what is coming out and what is coming in to my bank account. So even if it's 50 cents, I will write it. And at the end of the month, I calculate like the profit. And let me tell you, the 2 first months, I made no profit. I was spending so much that I was actually in the negative. So I lost money. Now I'm managing my money without even thinking about it. I'm saving money, even though I'm like traveling and paying for hostels. I think that is pretty much the best tip that I can give you, is start bullet journaling, write down everything you're spending on, and yeah. All right, let's move on. So this question is from Anya Pirk. Hello, I adore your positive vibes. Thank you. I adore your positive vibes as well. One question for you. Do you use any crystals? Yes, I do. I probably don't use them as much as someone else who's like really, really, really into crystals, crystal healing, because to be honest, I don't know much about it. But what I do, But what I do is, and don't forget, I'm traveling at the moment, so I can't like, you know, carry crystals with me. I brought 2 crystals with me on my travels, but at home I had this sort of plate, and I had all my crystals in it. And how I use them is honestly, from time to time, not every day, from time to time, I'll pick one up, and the one that feels like attractive to me in that moment. Sometimes I'll pick one up because I'm crying, or sometimes I'll pick one up because I feel like I'm so serene, so peaceful, and sometimes I'll pick one up because I'm really angry and I just don't know what to do with myself. And sometimes I'll pick one up when I'm feeling overjoyed and just really content with my life and satisfied with how I'm living it. Yeah, so those are like the basic emotions I'm feeling whenever I want to use crystals. And how I use them is just, I hold it. Sometimes I'm reading something and listening to music and I'm just holding like a rose quartz in my hand. Sometimes I'm going to sleep and I put a clear quartz, I believe it's called, clear quartz, under my pillow, and I just feel comfort in that. And for example, I have a friend who gave me 2 crystals, and they both had a really deep meaning in our friendship. And to this day, I mean, I brought one with me because that's a really good friend of mine, and yeah, that crystal is really special to me. So whenever I feel lonely or I feel unloved or I feel like I'm not good enough, I just hold this crystal and I feel so much better. The ones that I brought on my travels are this one. Don't remember the name. Also, I have a rose quartz. Rose quartz to me is one of my favorites. It's representative of self-love, gratitude. Just it fills me with love and peace. And yeah. Next question from Macy Beauty 07. She asks, how did you and Gab meet? Okay, so Gabriel is my partner and we're traveling together. We've been together for 8 years. Our 8-year anniversary was November 23rd. That just went by. And how did we meet? We met when we were 17 years old. Yeah, we pretty much grew up together. It's amazing. So we met at school at Cégep, which in Quebec is a step between high school and university. We met in the first month of school. He was playing guitar with his friend and he was singing as well. They were outside and I was with my best friend. We were just like on a break between 2 classes and we decided we'd go and sit outside in a really like cozy spot. And when we heard those 2 guys, first of all, we were like, these guys are hotties, they're musicians. So we just sat there and listened to them playing music for like 30 minutes. And then it was time to go back to class. I'm the kind of person like, if I have something in my head that I have to do, if I don't do it, I feel like I can't go on with my life. So I thought I have to tell them that their music is awesome. And that's when Gabriel gave me the name of their MySpace account. Yeah, MySpace. He ended up just hanging out every day at school and talking and playing music together. And yeah, that was crazy for me to decide that I want to be with someone after 2 months of knowing them. And yeah, and he was my first ever, and it stuck. It was just perfect. He's my soulmate. Like, we just do everything together, we have projects together, we play music together, we have similar passions in life, we have similar values. We were never friends first, honestly. There was always this spark, this heat between us, and we're still together after 8 years and still madly in love, and I'm so grateful that we met. Yeah, so that's it. So the next question is from Isis Abigime. She asks, what is your biggest dream? Whew, this is hard for me to answer. So my biggest dream of all my 1,000 dreams revolves around music. And some of you, if you follow me on Instagram, if you've seen my ecotherapy videos here on YouTube, you know that I compose music, I play piano, I love to sing. I'm still very shy because I'm not good, honestly. I just enjoy singing. Whenever I'm composing music and I feel moved by my own creations, I always think, wow, I have so much potential. I could move other people, maybe help them heal in some way with music. But whenever I kind of prepare myself mentally to the idea of showing my music to someone, I start being really negative. I start telling myself, oh my gosh, what are you thinking? Don't show it to anyone. That sucks. I hope that in the beginning of 2018, maybe I will start posting some music on YouTube. Tell me in the comments if you have some tips for me to, get over my shyness, get over wanting to be perfect. If you have any motivation for me, please leave it in the comments. Alright, we've reached the final question. It is by Laakea Kaufman. She asks, what are some things you do to create positive habits and norms in your day-to-day life? What are some ways you have grown and changed in a long-term relationship that you think you may not have if you were single during this time? And what are some feelings you have with regard to the environmental impacts of travel? Girl, those are some deep, interesting questions. Some things I do to create positive habits. First of all, I wake up early. These days, because I'm teaching English to Chinese students, there are 2 mornings that I'm waking up at 4:30 in the morning. After that, I do oil pulling for 20 minutes with some coconut oil. I do some meditation, 15 minutes. That just really helps me to breathe deeply and center myself for the day. So in the morning is the best time in general, not just for me. I've heard that it's the best time to meditate is in the morning because you're starting your day. You're starting your day. This is the beginning of what thoughts you're going to generate, what actions you're going to take. Other than meditating, I think I can attribute all of my healthy habits to my bullet journal. I've been doing that for more than a year. And it's a way to organize your thoughts, your dreams, and whatever you want to do. What are some ways you have grown and changed in a long-term relationship that you think you may not have if you were single during this time? When I met Gab, I was like really not confident. He was my first boyfriend, so I did not feel like I was desirable. I didn't feel like I was worthy of loving. I didn't feel good enough. I didn't feel attractive. And then this like haughty musician guy comes into my life and he finds me attractive and he likes me and he feels like I'm more than good enough, and that just felt so amazing to have that in my life. All my friends told me, I remember all my friends noticed that I was 100 times more confident. Yeah, and he also always believed in my music. He always makes me feel good about myself. I don't know, like he never, in the 8 years that we've been together, has never made me feel bad about myself. It's so empowering, it's so life-changing. That's pretty much how I've grown and changed in this long-term relationship. Okay, the last question from Laakea is, what are some feelings you have with regard to the environmental impacts of travel? I think I'm doing the best thing that you can do for the environment, which is I'm vegan. As many of you probably know, animal agriculture and just the animal industry in general, even milk and eggs, have the biggest impact on climate change. So if you want to help with that, stop eating animal products. My battery is going to die any second now. I want to take a quick second and say thank you for watching this Q&A. If you haven't told me a fact about yourself or asked me a question yet, leave something in the comments down below. I will definitely use it for a future Q&A. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm so grateful for you. So have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye.